Alright, what game has Goku, Master Chief, Bugs Bunny, and Superman? Yep, Super Smash Bros. Melee. Recently, it's become easier to both create and use custom skins in a Smash game. There's one problem though. Some of these skins are really freaking weird. Like, don't get me wrong, there's a ton of really good skins out there, but the other half are some of like the weirdest, most uncomfortable, or straight up cursed looking things that are out there. And today we're gonna go over the worst offenders. But first, I wanna ask you to consider subscribing. This is a super small channel, so your subscription makes a huge difference. HBox one is actually not that bad. This one's actually just kind of funny in my opinion. Okay, I think this one kind of works, but it is really disturbing. It reminds me of like this old commercials from like 2000 where like it was cool to be gross and weird. Think back to like the Quiznos commercials where they would like superimpose a face over something that should be cute and it's not cute. It's kind of funny. It also makes you realize how sunken Hungrybox's eyes are. Like he must have seen some serious shit to be looking at. Like this is before Twitter on the left, after Twitter on the right. Mango's a little bit out there. It's just like Mango doesn't really look this way. This is like an idealized version of Mango. It honestly kind of looks like Jesus got signed to an esports team. Okay, I love this one. This one there's an honorable mention. This is something that only could be made by accident. This is like your grandma had this fine china of Jigglypuff and you knocked it off of like a shelf while you were house sitting, and then you spent the entire weekend trying to glue it back together before realizing that none of this stuff fits together. So those were like, I would say the honorable mentions, but we're gonna move on to my top 5 weirdest, strangest, worst skins I have ever seen. Alright, we need to talk about this. You can create anything, Waluigi, Star Wars, Crash Bandicoot, but no, you added the Crunchwrap Supreme from Taco Bell into Super Smash Bros. I'm really just curious, like, why would you make this? Was this like this weird high revelation? So this one just kind of falls flat for me, and if I saw this on a game of Super Smash Bros. Melee, I'd be highly concerned. The weirdest thing about it is this was uploaded like yesterday. This is like brand new. I don't know if Hitmonlee is anybody's favorite Pokemon. This is the one I always kind of forget about that exists until I see it and like it weirds me out. Like what? This is like a human. Like what is this? This is a human. This is a humanoid Pokemon where you like cut off their torso up and just like compressed it, made 2 holes for eyes, and then called it a day. Like I've seen other Pokemon modded into Smash Brothers, but I don't know who asked for this one. We have Better Peach. Take it all in. I'm gonna go over the description because it's actually pretty good. Better Peach replaces Peach's neutral skin. I tried to learn to model, editing the cape shorter and patch the waist, but after spending an unholy amount of time, it wasn't fun anymore. So here's this at least. This is like, this is a good example of someone that was like clearly made by a dude. Like, you know the concept of like the male gaze? This is the male gaze at work. I mean, here it is at work in Super Smash Brothers. Like, what is this? This is just more bizarre than anything. And like, it just, I appreciate the effort. I appreciate you trying to do it. I don't necessarily appreciate you uploading it unfinished, but this is quote unquote Better Peach. Tied for, I would say, second, and I apologize in advance, we have Yummy Peach. I'm sorry if you don't like this, but this is the ideal body. I'm actually at a loss for words. The description says an improvement on Peach's original model in accordance with modern beauty standards. This is so bad it becomes funny. Also, it looks like her feet got bigger too, right? I guess like if there's a question if like you're a boob person or a butt person and you can't decide, you go with boobs and feet. Honestly, this makes the Better Peach look bad. Her poor little head is tiny compared to the rest of her body anatomy. This is like a skeletal waist. Honestly, I'm just as impressed and horrified. I mean, I guess everyone has a type, but if this is your type, I would suggest trying to get some support because this is just weird. And honestly, the worst part about this is called Yummy Peach. I tried finding a worse or more unusual skin, and I looked at like hundreds of skins. I don't think I've been able to see anything worse than what I've seen. And I'm gonna say ahead of time, I believe this is in line. I don't think this will ban me from Twitch or YouTube, but you are warned. we have BDSM Luigi. That is correct. There must be some story behind it. In fact, the description tells you, inspired by degenerate Chilean Luigi main PH Pickles, aka Senor Esclavo. I'm not gonna look that up, but basically this is like the leather daddy, and there's no hole or in this, so I believe this is fine. This is just like a leather daddy Luigi. It requires a bit of creativity to come up with this, I'll be honest. I don't think anyone's had this thought before until the author uploaded. Their name is Conquer. If this makes you uncomfortable, just imagine how it is on like the woman side of things. This is actually not that bad. This is something that you'll see at like a fetish club or a fetish night at a club. I don't think anyone asked for this. I'm horrified that it exists, but clearly a lot of love went into it, which is why I'm voting this one the weirdest / worst Super Smash Bros. Skin in the game you can get. You may never, I personally can't look at Luigi's skin again. Knowing what's under those green overalls has me too hot and bothered to focus. But yeah, who's your daddy? The answer is Luigi. Alright everyone, and that concludes my ranking of the weirdest skins I've seen for Super Smash Bros. I am live on Twitch every Thursday, and I also run a cool tournament for people who are new to Smash. Consider checking it out, and I'll see you next time.